and girls, welcome back to Welding Wire's Old Iron. Old Harmon came up yesterday, which was Thursday, and he just kind of looks like he's just puttering along. He'll look at a piece and he'll rub on it a little bit, look at it some more, and tap on it and rub it. Looks like he's just kind of dawdling around, but it's amazing how much he can get done in a couple of hours, because he knows his craft and there's no wasted moves. Every lick counts. And that's the way we are with our trade, but it's fun. I guess that's why I recognize that when I watch somebody else working their profession like that, who's so good at it. Anyway, we got a little bit done. He's going to come up again tomorrow, and I think we might spread a little mud. Yeah, so kind of moving along. We've got to, what do we got to do yet? We got to sand the inside of those doors and that bed panel. I got to wet sand it, but it's ready to go practically. And we'll have to sand that mud down and the stuff that's on the inside. And then we're going to haul everything down to the paint shop, and they're going to jam everything, paint the backside of the doors and all that. And I don't know if that'll happen next week. Boy, that would be nice. It would be nice. And then we could start hanging doors and do the fit and finish and get everything fitted up, and then start prepping the outside for paint. So anyway, let's take a look at what we got done around here. All right, let's get with it. I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
And we're going to shoot over and pick up old Welding wire over there. So Welding, let's see if that V12 doesn't burn out, or maybe you got something else. I don't know.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Welding Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Well, a couple nights ago we had a big windstorm up here, and that green limb broke out of this tree, and it's not all the way broke off up there, and I'm kind of hoping I can get it down and out of there without it breaking loose and springing over and hitting the shop or something like that. Maybe if I chain it up as high as I can, I'm afraid it'll just rip the limb off instead of pulling the whole thing down. But I'm gonna hook onto it with the tractor and see if I can get it out of there. Wish me luck. Well, I gotta cut these door corners off and replace them with some good ones from my original door. And Harmon said to cut these off and then you gotta get above that rust. But he said to overlap the new one, cut it bigger so that it lays up over this, and instead of trying to butt weld that, because when you butt weld it, it wants to warp really bad. And I try to keep it cool, but I was jumping around with my weld, put one here, put one over here, and go over there and do a couple and let it cool. And I was even trying to blow the weld cool as it was going on that fender, but still warped a little bit. But it's less apt to warp if you overlap that an inch or whatever and then tack it on there. And he said, a 16th inch of mud is not going to hurt anything there, and I believe him. So I've never done this before. I think you gotta pry this outer. This is just a skin and it folds over. And I think I gotta take those folds loose to get this outer skin off. It's gonna be a pain. I can already feel it in my bones. But I've never done one of these before. I've never done this particular procedure before. So, we're just going to have to figure it out. You and I, we're going to figure this. Well, a more accurate statement would be, I'm going to have to try and figure it out, while you guys just yell at the screen and tell me, don't do it like that. Oh no, don't do it that way. That's probably more how it's going to go, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I kind of wish I was grafting a tree right now instead of doing this, because I have no idea what I'm doing here. I got to do something. Hello? Hello? Peekaboo? GoPro, stop recording. Okay, that went pretty well. I'm gonna grab a saw and cut that into a couple of pieces and get it on the burn pile. Well, I got my piece cut out, and I got a little bit of a wide gap there, but I can fill it. It's not bad. I can push that in as I go and fill that. Actually, this has got a little bit of dent, but I can't pull it out now. But anyway, with a little bit of mud on there, that's going to be good enough for who it's for. So, but I got a pretty good fit here, and over here it's real good. So I'm just going to weld that up. Okay, I got my piece in there. I'm not used to grinding welds, you know, on rat rods. We don't grind down welds. But Harmon says that's good enough for mud. I don't know. Anyway, now I got to make that bottom piece. Then I got to flip it over and cut the rust out of the other corner. It's going to be a little bit bigger piece that comes out there. Okay, I got my piece cut out. It fits pretty good. It actually fits real good. I'm going to tap it right there. Once I get it tacked over here, I'm going to tap it right there, and it's going to go right down into that corner just fine. A little bit of a wide gap here, but I thought this one was wide up here, and it wasn't. I can tack that just fine. So I'm going to commence the welding. Well, I got to clean that up first, and then I can weld that in, but that's a good fit. Well, that always looks kind of ugly to me, but Harmon says that's good enough for mud. So, in Harmon we trust. It's just the bottom of the door anyway. If somebody wants to get down on their hands and knees and crawl under there and look at the bottom of that door and inspect it, well, I might just land my boot in their rear end while they're down there. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, I have an announcement. I want to let you know that Jimmy Hoffa is gainfully employed on a farm back in Missouri.
Well, here we are. There's Jimmy Hoffa. We're going to throw some gas in her and take her right to the field, put her right to work, right off the transport.
And that makes me really happy because he's living the kind of life now that he deserves to live. He's got a better life than what I was giving him, and I'm happy about that. And we're going to be seeing more of old Jimmy in some future videos. The guy that bought him, he's going to be cranking up a YouTube channel, he says, and I know he's real busy with harvest right now. But anyway, they're doing corn and soybeans, and old Jimmy's helping them out, so that makes me happy. Hey, I sure do appreciate you. And we'll see you next time right here on Welding Wires, Old Iron.